All right, our first story comes from Tales from Your Server, which is a subreddit dedicated to these types of stories.
Good.
A lady called to warn us about her husband.
Oh, no.
He's coming. You need to close down. Officially had one of the wildest experiences in my 4 years of serving last night. Got sat with a 2.5 top, that's 2.5 people, meaning a baby.
Yeah.
A husband, wife, and their new baby in a stroller. When the hostess came to let me know I got sat, she informed me that the wife at the table called ahead of time to let us know that her husband was going to be very picky and difficult. Before I even got there to greet them, they asked to switch tables 2 times for whatever reason.
No.
Once they were
twice.
finally situated, I go to greet them, and the husband let me know immediately that they were ready to order. He proceeds to order around $130 worth of appetizers, entrees, dessert, and gets 3 different drinks for himself, all in one go. His wife, quiet as a mouse, just orders a drink. During his order, he was so aggressive, making demands and asking in-depth questions about every single food item he was ordering and modifying it in some way. And every few seconds while he was ordering, he'd bark and remind me, I want it hot, fresh, delicious. I filled a notebook page with this guy's order. He also asked his wife if she wanted a tequila shot, and she shook her head no. He turned to me and said, gotta set the mood right, you know? We just had a baby. And smirked and chuckled at me, which I did not acknowledge in any way. They got their drinks, and I was told by my coworker that the wife said she didn't like her drink and wanted to replace it. Their food started coming out while the replacement was being made, and as I was dropping the new drink off, the husband looked at me and said, yeah, we got a big problem. I didn't like any of it.
No.
I apologized and said I would be right back with my manager. I immediately went to grab my manager and tell him what happened. And as we were walking back to the table, they were gone. They left without paying their bill. We had to just comp the whole thing, but it was absolutely bananas. I've had tables leave without paying their tab, but it's never been intentional.